you know, you want to get yourself up and get a cup of coffee or whatever, you know, where everything
Yeah,
is.
we know our way around here.
So,
I've been here once or twice.
Yeah.
so yeah, you can,
Yeah.
you know, you can do.
You're not hosting if that's what you're saying. Don't you worry, you're not hosting.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure not.
So I'm not sure we're gonna get the soup to you because Daniel has hockey tonight and tomorrow. So,
Did you tell Dad about the team? Pretty exciting, making the competitive team.
and it sounds like a really good, the coach sounds really good.
Yeah.
He's gonna be a target.
Daniel made the competitive hockey team for
Nice.
goalie.
Goalie. Oh yeah.
Yeah, so he and the other guy are actually gonna share equally,
That's,
which is a
at
nice
that
way to
age,
do it.
at that
That's
age.
the way to do it, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely. Don't worry, they'll develop their own competitive spirit.
What do you remember about coaching, having to coach your kids? How challenging was that?
Actually, I never found it, well.
I'm sure I was very easy on you, as just the number one player on any team that you ever coached. I listened, I performed at a high level, never talked back. It's amazing, really. I went easy on you.
and you listen.
No, it was,
It was fun
yeah,
having you as coach.
coaching was fun, actually.
You were good at it. Your personality, right? You're patient.
Well, we had some, I mean, what was that age group? That was 11, 12-year-olds, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think you're a board teacher. If you're a board teacher,
And,
you can coach.
yeah, and, but they were all pretty good kids, you know.
You wouldn't put up with too much
No,
malarkey though. There was a couple of kids that you sent for laps or sent home, right? If they were talking back, you certainly didn't put up with people talking back. You had all the time, you had all the patience in the world for mistakes and errors and teaching and learning.
Yeah.
But if you talk back to the coach, you're gonna hear about
Well,
it.
still one of the laughs of my life was when I'm sure his name was Justin Chittenden.
Yep, you
Yeah,
nailed it.
him.
I do remember,
And,
yeah.
That name rings
I
a
still
bell.
remember
That's funny.
his kid was a brat, eh? And what had happened was he just decided he didn't want to come to practice one night or
Yeah.
whatever, and so he didn't, and so naturally Mr. Chittenden brought his kid to the ball game, and he learned that Justin wasn't going to start that night as a pitcher.
Ooh, you even had to deal with that back then. I mean, that's the thing now, right? Parents are way over involved now, so
Yeah.
I agree. So
So-
Dad wanted to talk.
Yeah, so all I said to him was, well, you know, he was expected to be at practice. He was gonna, as far as we knew, he was gonna be at practice. Here you come to practice. So, we're not gonna start him tonight. He took him home.
That's great parenting. That's what a great lesson to teach.
Yeah.
Well,
It would have been different if he had called you and there was a reason he had missed practice, right?
yeah. Oh, well, you can't do that to my kid. Well,
Watch me.
well, you're right. I
It
can't.
sounds, it's a,
Yes, I can't make him stay here, and I can't do anything with him. He makes a lot of his own decisions, right? That's the thinking.
yeah.
He decides he's not gonna come, okay, and then I'll decide that.
The fact that his dad took him home after that just shows he made the right decision.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Now you know where he learned it from.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. Those are just things. One of the things I really enjoyed doing quite a bit was did I do 1 or 2
I was
years
just worried that.
done of refereeing in that football league? maybe
I
two.
just
It
don't
could have been
want to
too
share
easily
with
because
them.
there was 4 years.
I think it's Jesus.
I think
Yeah.
3 or 4 years.
I had no idea you ref football.
You know,
That's
he,
cool.
he helped me. He was helping with the program. He's pretty much coaching my PB football teams.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then his ref, which is really weird. Having your dad as a ref in the game you're playing. And I'll never forget this.
Were you chirping the officials?
Well, no, I never forget this one game
Yeah, maybe.
where I got pushed in the back and I went down. It was clipping. It was an illegal play, and I was so pissed off. I got up and I freaking out and like, oh, they caught the penalty. So then I felt like an idiot and I went down. Turned out I was hurt. He comes over and goes, you know, for a guy who's hurt, you sure got up pretty quick and had a little. Oh my God, I couldn't say anything. I still remember it to this day.
That's awesome.
Oh,
that's
I don't know
good.
if you remember that, Dad.
Yeah, I sort of do.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was funny.
Yeah. But I remember I think we had a couple of kids who played on that football team too, Don, who were like Justin Chittenden, this other kid we were talking about, where his dad was out there, you know, spouting off like the soccer coaches do,
Yeah.
and
Rude.
the soccer parents, not the coaches, but the parents. You know, they're out there yelling and screaming and don't you know what you're doing? No, you don't know what you're talking about, blah blah.
I mean, they've had to put rules in place now to try to rein in parents and certainly in the arenas and
Yeah. Anyway,
yeah,
but
one world.
I think though there's a big push to get it back to, let's remember who it's for. It's for the kids. It's supposed to be fun.
Yeah.
You know, there's a big movement to get to that. But
Yeah, EBBA still does a great job, right? Like Jackson really enjoyed baseball this year and just watching how they herd those cats around the different stations and make it about having fun. And I remember once when he was practicing to hit off the tee, he swung so hard and missed, he kept spinning and hit the ball on his backswing. He's facing the other way as the ball's going towards the pitcher and he's facing like the dugout. Run! Drops the bat, starts running. It's great. It's quite the swing. Couldn't do that again if you tried, I don't think, because he flushed it, but it was like a helicopter the second time around.
yeah. No, that's good. That's good. So, what'll be happening at your household right now? Is there any what's going on in your place?
Kids are at school. They may come by tomorrow to see you. We've left it kind of up to them if they want their memory to be of the baptism or of coming and seeing you.
Sorry, I didn't hear that last part.
How I left it with them is you can come and see your papa,
No, okay.
but if you want to just have your memory be from the baptism a couple weeks ago, then that's okay too.
Yeah.
Michael's pretty sensitive, so I worried for him.
Okay. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you can manage that.
Yeah. No, but yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure exactly when we'll let you know tomorrow. It would be later in the day though, because Saturdays are busy at the Bugner household.
Well, it'll be really busy here too. So just check with your mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if they just came by and you were asleep, at least they
Yeah.
come by, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Because falling asleep is pretty regular on this job.
That's good.
Yeah.
Listen, I wouldn't mind that for a day or two.
Yeah.
Last night I didn't sleep for
Yeah.
that.
Kids up at your place yet?
Yeah, so Jackson and Scotty are off to school. Haley took the day. She didn't feel like she had a test, but she contacted her teacher and has rescheduled. Because we brought her up to speed after her ceremony. So she's going to hang out, but there's currently 5 other snot-nosed, screaming kids running around the house right now.
You're happy to be.
Happy to be here, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. The kids did try to come today. They wanted to come here today. And I said, isn't that convenient? You didn't want to go last night, but you want to go today. Tricksters. Pretty sure you should put your backpack on and start walking.
Yeah, that's right. You will go to school.
Yeah.
And you will like it.
Yeah.
And Scotty's going to have his friend over tonight, Ronan.
Oh yeah?
That's become
He's
pretty
a
much the
sweet-
Friday routine.
He's a sweet boy.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
And Eli is coming over to our house tonight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
Also part of our life, hey, Eli, you recognize that
I
name?
know you, yeah.
hmm
good. Mm-hmm.
So Michael is blessed to have had a best friend since he was a baby.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah, like a true best friend. They talk hours every night. It's such a neat.
That's awesome.
How old is Eli? I mean,
They're exactly the same age, 9. So their parents had the trailer across the way from us
Oh.
for 9 years. They just got rid of it this year.
no.
Felt like I was going through a divorce. I was so sad.
Oh, they got rid of it.
Yeah,
Wow, they
Like-
just threw it right in.
yeah, they just threw it in the garbage. Anyway, they decided to put a pool in their yard and do some other things. And she's doing her master's,
See?
I have
but their friendship is still
Oh,
going.
you okay? Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
Rich?
He said, "Do you want a seat?" I said, "I have a seat."
Best seat in the
yes.
house.
Yeah, that's right. The best seat in the house.
I get priority over here.
Did you
Absolutely.
sleep
Yeah,
there
you have
last
seating.
night?
You have seating
Did
for
you
the
try sleeping there last night?
I came in at 6:30 and never even heard me. Never knew he
Perfect.
was here.
Mm-hmm.
Woke up at 8:30. He said, "When did you come in?" I said, "Well, about 6:30."
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Then he's
I-
finished his grazing.
Right.
Yeah. To try and sleep in here during grazing time is really not the best thing.
All right, I'm gonna ask you a couple of questions while you're here, Mommy.
Oh,
Since
crap,
we've got
we're
you.
recording.
You're always on. You're always on. We're good.
Nobody warned me.
No, I didn't warn you. Let's just frame us up here. Yeah. So
Yes.
I always enjoy this story. So tell me about the zoo.
Oh,
This is my favorite story.
The what?
the zoo.
Calgary Zoo.
Oh, is that like
So
the first date or
yes,
something?
that was where we met you kids, was at the zoo.
That was the first date.
And it was in the cafeteria or restaurant or whatever, wasn't it, babe?
We had
I remember walking in and the social worker had all 4 of you sitting at the table. And she was trying to do the ketchup and this, that, and every other thing. And I was saying, oh my God, are we nuts?
Are we nuts?
Clearly.
Like,
So it was somewhat appropriate that it was at a zoo.
yeah, and I gotta tell you, momentarily it was like,
Cheryl, who?
maybe,
That's not me.
maybe we'll just turn around and let on, no, I've never let on that we.
Last chance. Yeah.
And how did Serena seal the deal? I believe she was the closer. We sent her in as the closer.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
no,
Are you
no
gonna
way.
be my daddy?
I believe
For
I
real?
climbed. I believe I climbed on his lap and
Oh,
asked
you
that.
were really
Yeah.
renowned for climbing on the guy's laps.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've liked
Her
the boys
eyelids.
for a very long time. I think.
Very clingy.
Wow.
And what about the first trip to the washroom?
Ah, you really want me to share that? do you?
I think it's a very funny story.
So Warren was at school, and so I had Serena, Robert, and Craig, and we went to Sears because we didn't get all the clothes that we were supposed to get from the foster home. So social services decided that they would allow us a voucher, and that's how they can make you feel like a low life, you know, with
Here's
a
a
voucher.
voucher.
whatever. So we're in Sears, and of course the princess, once she had all her stuff, just figured that we should leave.
I'm like Evelyn. Evelyn is much like me.
So,
I'm still like that.
yeah, it was no, you can't, and going through the clothes, and no, you can't go around underneath the carousels of clothes, and anyways, then it was decided that somebody had to pee, or everybody had to pee, or whatever. So in we went, and I put everybody in a cubicle, except for Craig. I took him in because he was so tiny. I didn't try holding him up to the urinal like his father did.
That was the story. That was the
That's
story I
the
was
story.
going for.
Oh, you don't want this other
I'm
story.
panicking about where this story is going to go. I wanted the urinal story.
So we can backtrack to the zoo.
Yeah, I can edit this too. So
But anyway, I have to continue with
Yes,
the
you
other
do.
story now, so that's all
Yeah.
there is to it. And that was when toilet paper was those little squares that pulled
Yeah.
out of the.
they have those at
Containers.
St. Pat's still. I remember those
Oh,
at
do
St.
they?
Patrick's. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
Probably
I had
seems-
you, and Serena was mumbling about something, and Robert showed up at the door of the cubicle and has these pieces of toilet paper in his hand and wants to know what they are for. At which point you peed on my foot.
Oh,
When you gotta go, you gotta go.
So, but you were on the toilet. And
High pressure.
and so I'm yelling at Robert, toilet paper, and I'm yelling at Craig, tuck it.
And still, you're wondering, what have I done?
Oh,
Oh dear. And then when we had to go and pay for this stuff, I had to do, they didn't have an elevator. Oh no, you guys wanted to take the escalator. That was it. And there was no way I was
I
doing
think
the
kids are
escalator.
always fascinated.
And
by
I had
escalators.
all the clothes and everything else. But anyways, back to the zoo. Dad was in charge of
Well, that'd be a
taking,
nice clean cut. That's
Yeah.
perfect.
Dad was in charge of taking the kids, the boys, to the washroom. And you had your overalls on, as usual.
From the
Wash,
picture,
wash,
the
wash,
blue
wash.
blue
Yeah, those ones, yeah. And yeah, Dad figured, well, you know, I should use the urinal.
Yeah, that's what men do. They
Was it above my head?
Well, it was basically, I think, trying to stand you with your feet on the
On the
edge.
urinal.
right?
Actually, I thought that was pretty good engineering.
I think that was
thought,
pretty good too,
yeah,
actually.
you can just put one foot on either side,
Yeah,
and you're encouraged to pee straight down
That's
because
right.
otherwise you're going to be peeing on your own shoes.
yeah.
You know, so I thought that's pretty. Some rational guy really thought that out.
Yeah.
And that's when we discovered too that Robert had a real thing for the blow dryers. In the office.
Yeah,
Was he afraid of them or did he love them?
Oh, he loved them.
Yeah.
It was all you could do to haul them out of the bathroom.
yeah.
Warren, I don't know how many
Was-
times
was a
Warren
gun,
had to
you
go in
know.
and try and, you know, get him to
Luke,
go to the
and
bathroom.
Luke is something
That's
with
funny.
Luke is
I didn't
he's
know that.
obsessed the
Yeah.
same way.
Yeah,
Oh,
I tell
really?
you.
And they share the same birthday.
I mean, he wasn't drying his hands, it was just
That's
weird.
weird.
Just- yeah.
oh, no.
See,
Pushing
now
them
it's
out.
so annoying because it's the sensors. You can't even get the darn things to turn on. It's like,
Oh,
look like a mime underneath it, right? Like Italian guys.
Same with the same with the taps.
Oh, God. You wouldn't want to actually wash your hands.
No, and then you go in and it goes, and it, oh, okay.
I hate those. They're so dumb.
Or
And then
the,
try and figure out the soap along with it.
and the automatic flushing toilets.
Yeah.
Scare the crap out of you.
Oh, when they don't
yeah,
flush.
you're not
As opposed to
quite,
in the right spot.
you're not quite done,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden it flushes. I
You
mean,
need to
that's
hurry
That's
up.
on the
the
sides of your
day.
behind. That's not preservation.
Yeah.
What, I said I didn't ask for a bidet, I just wanted
Oh
to
yeah,
flush.
right. Yeah, no kidding.
Oh, Mom's gotta get her steps in.
I've been walking around the house and doing stuff, and now it's telling
Did
me.
you know Dad is still
I
doing
hit my
that?
exercise goal like
Yeah.
30 minutes after I got up.
This.
Oh yeah.
So I got a question for you.
You did?
How did you, when you guys were doing your world
did you do?
tour,
Just
the
walked
rock and
to
roll
Timmy's.
retirement tour,
Perfect.
Yeah.
how did you decide on Australia?
No, it's only
And
30 minutes.
what
workout, but
Drew you
I did
back
45.
every year?
I'm sorry, the
What
last
drew
part.
what drew you back every year?
45 minutes.
Okay, well,
Aside from trying to get as far away from gray hair causing children.
that's funny.
Mm.
Well, I think we just talked about Australia being one of the places that we would like to go. Now, we knew Lori Craig, that I've mentioned a few times this week. Her and her husband had gone down there to teach for a year. And so, you
So
know.
they
we-
tipped you off. That's
Yeah,
a
so
pretty good
we had the
place.
stories of Australia from there and that sort of thing. And then when we did the England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales coach tour, and we're stuck with all the church people from Ingersoll
Oh jeez.
that were mostly teetotalers.
Does that mean they're boring?
Pardon me?
Does that mean they're boring?
Yep.
They were, yeah, they were. But we converted one.
Hmm.
Yeah, we got her
To be
converted.
not birded or not boring?
Yeah, we got her converted from being teetotaler with Irish
Like
coffee.
with alcohol. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, now I
Yeah, we
understand.
got her into the alcohol.
Okay.
But so yeah, that's why we end up pairing up with Bill and Patsy,
It was on that trip.
who were on that trip. Yeah, and
I
then
did not know that.
Pat
I did not realize.
and her daughter Beth were also on the trip, and they were the mother and daughter from Winnipeg.
I think I do know that. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
And so it was the whole small world thing,
Mm.
where Pat and she was a widow, and her husband had gone to Australia a few winters, and they actually stayed in Kira at the place that we stayed the first time,
Right.
at the Meridian. And then of course, you know, Will and Patsy are in Brisbane, get talking this, that, and every other thing. Everybody must come to Australia.
Well, thank God it's such a short flight.
Yeah, of course. And then once we'd been there once, it was just, we were only in Australia for about 6 weeks the first time, because we did New
That's so
Zealand.
short.
It is. Because we did Fiji and New Zealand and.
Was
we
it
had
Cook Islands
Cook
that you had to
Islands
get a
on the way
driver's
back.
license to land?
You had to have a driver's license,
Yeah, a local one.
to go on the little motorcycle scooter things. Yeah, it was $5. And the bus,
Could you get a pass?
pardon
Could you
me?
get a pass for them?
No, we didn't even bother getting one. But, and the bus used to go around the island both ways in the daytime, but only one way at night.
Hmm.
So when you went into town to have dinner, then you had to, it took you about 45 minutes or half an hour or something to get into town. And then it would take you 15 minutes to get back.
Is it only the one?
This is the better
So
spot.
yeah, piece of cake. But, so yeah, we just decided the weather was so beautiful, right, babe? What could you
And-
not like?
Yeah, that's right, and the people and just the way that the country operated,
Didn't need another language.
yeah.
It's
it
part of
was-
the Commonwealth, right? It's very easy. Similar cultures, right?
Yeah, it was really an easy place to be.
And the people were so welcoming.
Yeah, and so when your mother was just going through that part and talking about the place we stayed in Kira, it's maybe right somewhere there, but we won't get her to stand up on the bed and point it out.
I see 2 pictures, yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I can't remember which picture it's in, but it would be in the one on the left or the right. Maybe both.
What are we looking for exactly?
Yeah.
Well, this is where we stayed, right?
Right,
Yeah.
So
okay,
you can
Gold Coast.
see the meridian more on the one on Dad's side.
okay.
Mhm.
It's called
That's
the
where you
place
stayed the
is called
first time.
Meridian?
And actually, in the place we have been staying since is probably in this one.
Oh.
Now, is
This is-
the blueness of that water, is that a representative of
Oh yeah.
how it was? That's not.
No, that's
That's not Photoshop?
sometimes it's
Real
blue
deal.
green.
Yeah.
If you look really close, you can see a surfer or two.
Yeah, in this one you can see surfers.
Okay.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
No, it's that color, except for when there's a cyclone, then
Yeah.
it's not that color.
No,
Right.
Or a cyclonic-like event.
that's what they call them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We're losing you down the bed. You're sliding.
Yeah, I should have maybe put it on the.
Excuse me.
Wrong
You're
remote.
not due for a zap yet? Is that what you're looking for?
No,
Oh.
no.
You just got the
Maybe-
remote controls confused?
No, maybe it would be good to just get this part lifted up. So
So is this one?
no, do the middle
Generator
one,
just
flatten
says
it down.
Okay, we're going down,
What's your thoughts?
but we'll come back up.
It's fine. Oh, so that he can pull himself up here.
We haven't really discussed
No.
too much yet.
in your
I know.
So
I'm gonna give
the
Scott
lady
the choice.
at Holy Family is
Clear
on
the choice.
holidays
Um,
till
Oh.
Tuesday.
Oh, okay.
but
Okay.
So I left a message.
So
There was a cell phone number I
Jackson
could call, but I didn't get the number. Okay, now what am I
but
doing?
he's probably he's well
well, I'm
equipped to
ready to
handle
sit
it.
up.
Kids that
This
age
one?
Yeah,
Handle
just
that.
press it once.
better.
And here we go again.
Yeah, I don't know.
Happy birthday, Tristan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it 3?
Yeah,
Yes,
it's
today.
3 today.
Oh. You're looking pretty slim there, buddy. All the work?
Okay. I feel like I'm turning into a.
Word
Okay.
lack of sleep
There
with
now.
boys.
So now you can feel you
Do
don't
they
you
not
have to
sleep?
slide as much.
Tristan.
No kidding, I can feel everything
Oh, he's,
Mhm.
bunched
he's a
up.
handful.
Taco.
That was Michael. Michael didn't sleep very well.
Like an
So,
accordion.
does he have hearing issues or
Mhm.
nasal
Yeah.
issues or anything?
So,
No.
are we still on recording?
Yeah, but we don't have to worry about it. We're just talking, just chatting.
Yeah, but it isn't recording now, or
Yeah, it is, he'll
Yeah.
just delete what he doesn't want.
Yeah. Before you came in, Cheryl, this last time, and I think maybe even before Serena came in, we were talking about how many same days we have in our
Oh, in the family.
in the family group. And isn't there's a July 15th for yours and John's anniversary.
And
Brian's birthday.
And that's
Brian's
Scotty's.
birthday.
And that's
That's
Scotty's
Scotty's
birthday.
And
I
Scott's
forget,
birthday.
yeah, there's a lot of
Yeah.
there's a lot of connections.
Yeah.
And there's some that overlap in weeks, and I'm not okay with that.
I'm sorry.
Yes, like April 10th and April 18th.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and then there's April 12th, I think,
Yeah.
is Stacia.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
There's a lot of sharing.
Yeah, she's not good at sharing.
I don't do well with that,
No, no.
Why?
because I'm a princess.
She's a princess.
You don't want to share with it?
She doesn't want to share her birthday time with
She
anyone.
doesn't want to share her birthday
I'm
with
just, I'm honestly, I'm just kidding.
me. Of course.
Oh,
No, you're not.
Kinda
No, you're not. No.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I did make coffee. I don't know if it's finished because I've been making it in increments. I've got a big pot out there filling it.
Mm-hmm.
Do not take it apart when you wash it.
All right, Mom, I got a question for you.
Yes.
First date. You heard about this Ron fellow.
Yeah.
Did you run his name before or after the first time you met him?
After. Because the first time I didn't even
Did he
plan on
compute?
meeting him.
Did he-
Who introduced you?
Tony and
There's
Yes.
that Tony name
Johnson.
again.
Yeah.
That Tony name's been dogging you your whole life.
So yeah, it was the Johnsons that did.
And how did we know the Johnsons?
I
He
worked
worked
with
with me.
Tony. Yeah, I worked with Tony for a long time.
And they lived next door to Liz and Gary
Mm-hmm.
in London. So they
Oh,
contacted
okay.
me because he was transferring to Calgary, and Gary didn't want them living in some scuzzy-duzzy area in Calgary, so that they should contact me to make sure they were.
So Dad reached out and made the first contact?
No, well, yeah, I guess. I mean, in passing, what had happened with Tony and Gus is I did say to them, I said, oh, are there any single guys at the office? No. Oh, yeah, there is this one guy. I'm thinking, hang on. You said no.
So, and then you're like, what?
How about a maybe?
Yeah, so what
What's
is
the
the
deal?
difference here, right?
Oh my God, that's so good.
Anyway, so he was a Melmac man. Do you know what a Melmac man is?
No.
Guy who loses out on the marriage split.
And ends up with the Melmac dishes instead of regular dishes.
Oh.
Mm.
It seems in particular
Mm.
that